Was yesterday pump an actual pump, or is it a fake pump and nothing is going to develop from it? Today I will tell you exactly what will be happening with altcoins moving further. It does not look this great. Short term, mid-term and long term, I'm very bullish. I think we finally should be at the start of the alt season. And we will continue talking of the narrative of the ecosystem that is outperforming everything like crazy. A very interesting ecosystem that usually performs during the bearish setup on the marketplace. We'll also talk a bit about Farcoin and A16Z because my yesterday prediction for the Farcoin price action was wrong, but I have some things to update. I have some things to share today as well. Like this video and let's start. Yesterday we received a certain relief bounce on the marketplace, and this is something I shared at the local highs of the pump. It was not after we started to see a correction, no, it was at the local highs of the pump. Feels like a fake pump. This was just my inner feeling, seeing the price action that was happening. Since then, we have seen a range of assets correcting from the levels that they essentially pumped to, but it's very important. Will actually altcoins print the new low out there? Because this is the main question. A lot of people are leveraged up currently. A lot of people have the liquidations and stop losses somewhere around the level of the previous local bottom. Just if we will be taking liquidity from this local bottom, which means that we will be going below, we will be going lower. Most of these positions and most of this leverage will unfortunately get liquidated. So it's very important to understand whether or not something like this will be happening. Bitcoin dominance is dropping. Altcoin dominance is pumping. Get ready for alt season 2.0. One of the reasons of why I essentially called for the alt season just recently, right, was essentially the drop in BTC dominance that we've seen. Exactly this one, if you remember. I was recording a video 2 days ago. We were exactly right here, and I mentioned that following this BTC dominance chart, this can be easily the best time to enter altcoins, just because we should be dropping from this level, which exactly something that happened, right? And right now we're seeing a certain reaction. Right now we're seeing a certain bounce of BTC dominance out there. I would say this bounce just should be a correction for this downward price action, downward move. Just if we are receiving the bounce which will be higher than these highs, yeah, it will just be the complete break of structure. Probably alt season will be delayed for many months again, and yeah, then we can definitely say this time is 100% different, because following previous cycles, it's very interesting and important that we are kind of still in time with the timings for the alt season and other things out there. I will share some things shortly here. Ethereum BTC 1 month. Alt season is inevitable. Yep, so we are seeing huge triangle pattern right here that should be breaking out to the upside or to the downside. Obviously, we do expect this thing to break out to the upside, and usually these type of movements, these type of patterns, they might lead to crazy alt seasons, crazy liquidity outflows of BTC and inflows into the Ethereum and altcoins. And what's interesting that in this case, in our case, it cannot even be the outflow out of BTC, because in the previous drops of BTC dominance right here, we have seen a very interesting dynamic happening on the marketplace. People were not actually selling out of the BTC to buy alts. They were just allocating additional stable coins into the market, and they were allocated them straight away into altcoins and into smaller alts out there, as well as meme coins as well. Very interesting dynamic. Historically speaking, alt season starts after Christmas. This is something I wanted to share. And when I mentioned that timing wise we're doing quite nice at this stage, this is a previous cycle, and this was the main BTC dominance drop since the start of the year, since the months of January till the months of May, when essentially the first stage of the bull market was over, right? And huge red price action of BTC dominance, which essentially is alt season, was exactly happening during this time, during the start of the year. So timing wise, it's very interesting. And like even in 2017, BTC set a high on 17th of December, right? And then we had a month, just 1 month, not like 6 months like in 2021. In 2017, it was just 1 month of Ethereum doing very well. Ethereum set new all-time high. After 1 month, everything was done, but crazy gains were experienced in this 1 month. And this is the situation currently. This is the chart of BTC dominance currently at this level, right? Just the start of the year right here. And we are exactly at the Christmas time as well. Pretty much Christmas happened yesterday. We can see it right here as well. A very similar situation. Bitcoin just needs to range here and we might finally get the alt season that was promised. It was December 23rd, so a couple days ago, before the current local bounce, local pump that we received. It, I kind of felt like it was a fake pump in the first place. I will tell you what I think will be happening with alts shortly. Altcoins market cap index is still in the first stage of the alt season process. Yeah, just a bit of retail statistics out there, but yeah, pretty straightforward. We are here. We just seen first pump, and like, don't get me wrong, bunch of alts, they're actually quite up from the levels of the local bottom, of the recent levels of the local bottom. And some of them, they're even like quite up from the levels of the cycle bottom. If you check out things like AVAX, like I think the absolute cycle bottom for AVAX was around $6. Right now it's like what, like 30, 40, right? And recent local bottom was somewhere around 20s as well. So yeah, it's pretty much similar situation to Ethereum, because some people, they still think that, yeah, like Ethereum did nothing, things like that. Ethereum did 4x from the absolute cycle bottoms, right? That's why like you should not be expecting 10x from Ethereum from this level. Although people who were buying Ethereum at $900 at the absolute local bottom, they would definitely be seeing 10x on the investments. I would say even quite soon, which means that Ethereum would essentially be $9,000 per coin, which is somewhere around 3x from here. To provide my overview on alts and what I'm seeing here, I don't see a lot of strength in the current price action that we're seeing here. We can check out coins like Link as well. Like they just don't look very strong for me right at this stage, and I kind of think that they should be sweeping this last low. Don't get me wrong, I'm actually long, right? I just have my stop losses in place, and I have additional margin to add to my positions at this level too. Link wise, if we would be seeing 20% move down on Link, yeah, it would be just crazy. It would be just crazy for alts. It will probably be quite crazy for Ethereum as well. Maybe this move is just like too ideal out there, right? For Ethereum to essentially sweep the liquidity out of these lows, as well, and essentially then continue higher. More conservative scenario would just Ethereum sweeping the this local low, grabbing liquidity from here, forming a reversal right here, right, and essentially continuing from there. This is something I might be seeing. This is something I'm essentially hedging against at this stage, and I think you should be careful with your longs on smaller caps altcoins as well at this stage, because if we would be receiving a 9% move down on Ethereum, they should definitely feel something as well, right? And one thing I'm also thinking that this week should be quite quick if it would be happening, because I think a range of market players would understand that this is probably one of the last one, and this would be the crazy opportunity to enter high leverage longs out there as well. I also don't think that we will be waiting for this one for a long time. I do think that we probably will be facing this type of price action, if we will be, at the start of the next month. So I think the situation might be something somewhat similar to the opening of October, where in January we will just open up, we will open up red, and then we will just be pumping through the whole month, finally seeing this long awaited alt season. So this is the price action I'm essentially planning for, because yeah, currently things, they don't look that strong from my point of view. Let's talk a bit about Farcoin. I was quite bearish yesterday and price essentially proved me wrong, but did I flip bullish? What I think will be happening with Farcoin moving further. Let's check out some interesting information that is happening on X about Farcoin. A short story, no pun intended, Farcoin. Shorted Farcoin here, added, liquidated. Yeah, it's very hard job to essentially short meme coins, but I do think that yesterday movement that happened is exactly because of the reason that people try to short this thing late, which is quite important. They definitely did not open the shorts at the top. Remember, I said yesterday that the Farcoin dip is good because it gives people who is sidelining an opportunity to enter, and that we'd be seeing more people joining soon. Well, look who just added Farcoin to his list. Welcome to the Fart Fest, Murad. Murad just added Farcoin into his list as well. Does it mean anything? I don't think so. Hands down, one of the stankiest V-shaped recoveries I've ever seen on a chart, Farcoin. Yeah, especially because of the severity of this recovery. I do think that mainly it was because too many people, they decided to short this thing. All I want for Christmas is a Farcoin pump. Taiki also was sharing funny tweets that his well-being depends on the chart of Farcoin at this stage. He actually swapped all of his Ethereum into Farcoin, which is quite crazy, right? The funniest outcome is the most likely. Farcoin flips OpenAI. Nice. A well-exchanged WIF and blowing positions for Farcoin. Yeah, always like when you hold some older stuff, all this new stuff wants your liquidity, and eventually, unfortunately, it goes on a correction because you're never exiting your older stuff to enter something that's at the bottom. Like you're always exiting your older stuff when something is pumping and you feel FOMO, which is never a good idea. 8 hours ago, the well exchanged 500k WIF and 25 billion bonk, which is in total $1.8 million for 1.7 million Farcoin. This whale currently holds 9 million of Farcoin. Well, this actually was a very, very nice trade because this guy actually did this at the bottoms. Like he did not do it. That's a crazy trade. That's like 5x on 1.7 million. That's a very, very nice trade actually. So I take my words back on this one. So Farcoin is at $1.14 billion, right? And here you can see the price projection that I was essentially showing yesterday, right? That we should be correcting from these levels, entering huge consolidation, entering somewhere around these levels, like from 400 million to 500 million, probably even lower, probably maybe tapping even these levels, around 300 million out there, reaccumulating. And if this thing will be able to do another leg up, going back higher from there. Oftentimes, most of the times, memes are not doing that. They're pretty much just dying into accumulation, right? And nothing is happening right after. We've seen the second top. And what we are seeing currently is that on the second top, a bunch of people actually selling. We even have seen this week, right, going lower. And this is usually not a very, very based scenario for the price action for the coin out there, and this is very, very default on a bunch of meme coins. I will just share, like right after, I will show you a list of a bunch of memes that had similar price action, and we will see what happened after they set a second top out there, right? So this pretty much means that people they're not even waiting for the new all-time high. They're just selling the previous all-time high into this huge resistance because they probably went through so much pain through these levels, right? And they just want to exit at the all-time high, and it's fine for them. It's kind of similar to the situation that we've seen on Bitcoin itself in the previous cycle. So Bitcoin kind of gave the option for the market participant at the previous cycle to be able to enter at around the same levels. You can see it, second top. So if they were able to go through all this pain, they were actually able to sell the top the second time, which is quite nice if you would ask me, right? My projection that from here we should start to correct and we should be going heavily lower. And something like this we can actually see on the chart of many, many coins out there. This is the chart of Giga. You can also see second top, right? Second top. You can even argue that the first, second top was somewhere here, right? And by the way, I do not exclude the possibility of this scenario happening, that maybe for Farcoin we're somewhere here currently, will slightly go higher. I do not exclude this opportunity. This price movement was like 12%. Maybe we'll show like 20% higher from the current all-time high, right? And then we will go to multi-months consolidation from there. Giga was able to recover because essentially it's heavily supply controlled and liquidity is very, very thin. Liquidity on this thing is like 3.5 million in Solana and 3.5 million in the tokens of this thing. So it's very, very thin, and majority of the liquidity is controlled on this thing. So like it's just bundled coin out there. And we are seeing like a very interesting situation. We are seeing second top on Giga as well. And you might argue that here we're also printing the second pattern. So yeah, imagine like all of this is just exit pump. All of this is just long-term exit pump on this coin in order to current holders and whales who are holding the bundle supply of this coin just to distribute, just to farm on the audience out there. I would say it definitely has the possibility of it definitely has a chance of showing this type of price action. In terms of other memes, I can definitely show it on SPX as well, in terms of this double top pattern too. You can see here we almost got a little like this triple top, right? And on each and every level, people thought that, yeah, we're probably going higher. Nah, We entered multi-month consolidation. We're kind of in uptrend at this stage. We'll see what will be happening further, but still, like, we dumped heavily from these levels, right? And essentially each and every large meme coin out there, they were showing exactly the same price action. They're sitting up the top, they're correcting heavily right here as well. They're sitting up second top is getting sold heavily because people just went through this pain, and a bunch of them, they actually sold here. Some of them, they maybe like rebought on the pump and they are finally selling here, right? And then more and more people are selling, and we enter in multi-month consolidation on the coin. This is something I do think will be happening for the Fark coin moving further short term. And that's why I actually think that this is the reason that AI meta should kind of be changing, because we usually get changes of metas during the corrections. Like, corrections are essentially tools to change meta in meme coin space as well. And like Fark coin, AI16Z, they're quite topped at this stage, to be honest with you. So we can check out this one. The reason it's pumping is because someone is manipulating the price 100%, but at the same time, like, it's kind of like this infrastructure play that allows people to white label and develop their own AI agents to farm money from the crypto people out there, right? But at the same time, it does not have, like, this coin, it doesn't have any connection to the utility of this AI agent infrastructure. So it's kind of like a meme coin. Like, you don't have to buy a certain amount of this coin to be able to launch your AI agent. No, it's not like that, right? So it doesn't have this type of utility. Therefore, it's questionable. It's like a meme coin in the first place. And I do think that short term, it should be correcting. And this second top is very similar to the situation that we've seen on Giga, and that we're seeing currently on the Fark coin as well. I 100% think that we should be entering a multi-month consolidation from here. Coming back to the narrative that I slightly touched yesterday, and I told you that probably right now it won't be like the best purchase for a narrative. It won't be like the best case to get your allocation, mainly because of the reason like that this is not something that is usually pumping in the bullish setup of the marketplace. And like the whole process, the whole reasoning of why these things are actually pumping during the bearish setup of the market definitely shows that people are looking to like be more secure with the funds. They don't want to be degenerate and things like that. But this is actually how you make money. Like, you make money by being degenerate, and when everyone is risk on, you need to decrease your risks. This is essentially how it works, right? And I'm obviously talking about DeFi, because we definitely got a certain DeFi renaissance short term. So I just have to update on the prices of several coins that I mentioned. Some of them actually up nicely, and give you some more picks as well if you want to be playing the market in the current setup when things are essentially a bit slow. Although from my point of view, I think your focus should be on finding undervalued projects that have a high chance of pumping during the time when the market will be bullish again. Most of them is RSR. RSR allows for permissionless creation of asset-backed, yield-bearing, and over-collateralized stablecoins on Ethereum. The approach is to bundle stocks, bonds, gold, real estate, and more into an index and use that as money. So a very interesting one is like a basket of assets that are essentially the same index, and to use this as money, it's definitely going to be like less volatile than crypto, than BTC out there. So it's definitely going to be a very interesting one. Again, I don't know nothing about the project. I just seen that the chart of this thing kind of breaking out currently and kind of doing well based on this news, right? And that's why I'm talking about this currently. Right, so this is the chart. I don't like this pump much, just because of the fact, yeah, like it does not have a lot of support. Although like it was able to break through this resistance, right? It was able to tap here. Quite hard to say what will be happening with this one moving further. Like, I would like naturally just want to say that we should continue going higher. But again, like these type of projects, they're the same as real world asset projects. They're not very sexy to retail out there. In bullish setup, they're not the ones that are pumping the most, 100%. RSR Coinbase custody balance has been gathered in one wallet. 146 million RSR was transferred 4 months ago, and 86 million RSR was transferred from another wallet 3 weeks ago. This wallet holds 300 million. I will keep an eye on this wallet going forward. Thank you for the information, very much. Very useful information. I love that you shared it with us. Please email me any updates that you would see with this wallet. Thank you very much. Hey BlackRock, we're coming for you. And we have a pretty sweet offer. Do what you do on-chain with Reserve. Our new index protocol aligns incentives perfectly at thread. So essentially the pump which happened based on the speculation that BlackRock is using this protocol at this stage. I'm long RSR here. Yeah, in the hindsight, like this point of the retest, well, we were kind of at the stage of the retest of previous resistance that became support at this stage. So long-wise, it actually should be quite nice long, like entering at these levels, right? Stop losses below these levels. Yeah, a pretty nice long with short stop loss and a very nice risk reward as well. Next thing I wanted to mention is Kito, is a chat GPT based product based search that wants to improve how you actually invest in crypto and how do you look at different assets. City Smart follower on Kito. Use me to yap about anything on Monet, Bear Chain, Eclipse, Story Protocol. Remember, one hype equals $30, expecting widen Kito to equal to $100. So I'm not sharing a bunch of information on airdrops on this channel, right? But this might be just a very nice thing to farm the airdrop. I do believe all you have to do is write some things on Twitter about one of these protocols, right? And there would be a chance that you would essentially be eligible for the Kito airdrop. I don't know all the things on how to be eligible, so feel free to check it out. But yeah, it's quite interesting dynamic. It's also like kind of this like hack of SocialFi out there, because in order for people to be able to farm the airdrop, they have to be vocal about Kito. And they have to be vocal about this topic as well. They have to pretty much bring alpha to crypto Twitter about certain things, right? First things first, what is yapping is Kito's reward system that gives points for engaging with crypto related content on X. These points, yaps, could have significant future value if Kito becomes the first mover in the SocialFi X AI niche. Exactly something I explained. Quick insights on Kito's yap system. Reply guy doesn't work. Difficulty seems like yap difficulty increases over time. Keywords, content, yeah, so you might use this article if you want to farm the airdrop, like 180 views, crazy alpha content. So yeah, Kito token is in first place in pre-TG arena on Kito yaps, thus it can be indirectly confirmed by the team itself. So following this chart, what we can understand is that it actually might be one of the most awaited expected projects at this stage, and like it's essentially at the top of the mindshare in terms of the projects that did not release yet. And it's at the top of the mind share of the projects that people try to farm the airdrop for, right? Which means that it probably should be good, right? In addition, the project at this stage has a high chance of a successful launch, having a lot of smart followers and belonging to the AI narrative. Just for you to check out, mainly I'm mentioning this in order to be able to throw it into your faces if this thing will have the same type of airdrop as hype. Like I told you so and all this thing, just to claim clout in the future, right? This is the sole goal. And maybe some of you would essentially use this information, will be able to make some nice money on this one, because smart followers, smart city members seem to be following this thing, right? Last but not least is LPT. Well, low cap is arguably because it's a 700 billion market cap, which is only 200 million less than Zen, which is kind of pumping currently, so arguably low cap, right? But in DeFi, it's probably low cap, right? Low cap gem heavily backed by Grayscale, gaining traction as Zen pumps. First live video streaming network protocol that is fully decentralized, enabling AI processing. So something that Render wanted to be, right? Render, how's Render doing? They probably have like thousands and thousands of clients. They're probably making crazy revenue currently. Fucking vaporware. LivePeer, the world's open video infrastructure. LivePeer network is a foundational infrastructure for limitless video computing, enabling AI processing. Yeah, we just read this. LPT, a low cap gem heavily backed by Grayscale, gaining traction in altcoin as altcoin season heats up. With Zen paving the way, recently sentiment is shifting towards LPT and BET. Both feature low market caps, like 700 million is not a low market cap. Full circulation and minimal risk of dilution or large sell-offs. Yeah, like this text is written like a sales page. I hate reading this to you guys. This is some chart, yeah, that we have Zen right here, we have LPT, and we have BET. Grayscale investment holding. So like the speculation is also that it's on the Grayscale list, and as people like, do you understand how pussies actually operate in this market? The second things are turning bearish. They're looking for some organization. They're looking to some dig to actually catch, so that they can essentially walk somewhere following this guy and do exactly the same thing because they're afraid for themselves. And right at the time things are turning bearish, everyone is looking to just invest into like DeFi, into real revenue, real world assets. Like, it does not make sense. You're in this space where everything is vaporware, where everything can go to zero any second. And you're looking to buy what the funds are buying that have billions of dollars, and operations they're doing in crypto is probably like way less important than real money that they're managing. They might just be washing money with crypto, and you will be buying the same projects thinking that, oh, this is technology, oh, this is narrative. So crazy to me at this stage. What we can see it did a 2x since 4th of November, and it's kind of doing quite nice lately as well. Actually, in the last 7 days, it almost did a 2x. So probably the pumpage on this thing was connected with the pumpage on Zen as well. We are pleased to announce they're just washing money with crypto, guys. They follow way different goals with crypto than you are following. We're pleased to announce the launch of our newest private placement investment product, Grayscale Decentralized AI Fund, available to eligible accredited investors. Yeah, near render fill LPT TAL. Simple disclosures or speak directly to a team member. We are proud to announce Grayscale Decentralized AI Fund. And definitely pretty interesting one out there. So feel free to check it out if you might be interested. Well, this is it. This is the overview. Thank you very much for watching. Yeah, I'm definitely expecting a further drop that might be happening on alts out there. Personally, I'm just hedging. I'm just holding. I'm just doing nothing. I think the best way currently is to just accumulate over time, right? And just in case we would be seeing this final drop, set some limit orders, preferably for longs, right? You can just open like low leverage longs around these levels and have a very, very nice positions on the bounce. And like this final drop should be the last one. Like we should be really seeing alt season right after, because if not, man, like this market is just a scam. It's so tiring with these alts, it's crazy. We'll see. Thank you very much for watching this one. Stay healthy and rich, and I will be seeing you tomorrow. Bye bye.